Welcome to Endless Mountains, a mini-series by Dan Paul. Join me as we discover the majestic mountains of the old continent, their valleys, peaks, and hidden wonders. As we are crossing from Bilsa in Spain into France, the descent into La Plaine reveals one of the Pyrenees' most striking landscapes. Towering peaks rise on either side, their slopes carved by ice and water over millennia. The air is thin, sharp, and remarkably pure. Untouched, it seems, by time. Above, the sky is a flawless expanse of blue, stretching uninterrupted, from horizon to horizon. With no clouds to soften it, the sunlight spills freely across the valleys, illuminating ridges and forests in vivid detail. This natural corridor between nations has long been a passage for wildlife and for people alike. Today, as we journey down its winding route, the grandeur of the mountains reminds us of nature's enduring power and of our own small place within it. As we arrive in La Plaine, the valley opens before us. This small village is situated in the French Pyrenees, just beyond the border with Spain. It belongs to the Hautes-Pyrénées department, in the historic region of Occitanie. Surrounded by steep mountain slopes and dense forests, La Plaine feels both remote and timeless. Only a few dozen inhabitants live here, preserving a quiet rhythm of life, shaped by the mountains themselves. Farming, pastoral traditions, and seasonal visitors remain central to its identity. Though modest in size, La Plaine stands as a gateway to the High Pyrenees, where culture and wilderness exist side by side. As we leave La Plaine, the valley begins to open up, revealing the first peaks of the Pyrenees. The air is cool and crisp, carrying the scent of pine and stone. From here, the mountains stretch endlessly, their jagged slopes shaped by glaciers over thousands of years. The winding road offers our first glimpses of alpine meadows, dotted with small farms and grazing animals. Even at the start of the journey, the grandeur of the high mountains is undeniable. As we climb higher, the peaks tower above us, sharp ridges and deep valleys carving the landscape. The sunlight illuminates rocky cliffs and forested slopes, creating patterns of shadow and light. Streams tumble down the mountainsides, feeding the rivers below. The combination of stone, forest, and water shapes the unique character of these mountains, a landscape both rugged and serene. mountains are alive with wildlife. Marmots sun themselves on rocks, chamois leap across cliffs, and golden eagles glide high above. Alpine birds flit through the trees, while stoats, foxes, and deer move quietly in the forests. Every slope, meadow, and rocky outcrop is part of a living ecosystem, where wild and domestic species share the landscape. Even from the road, we can see how nature thrives alongside human activity. The slopes of the Pyrenees offer countless trails for summer hikers. Paths wind through forests, across meadows, and up toward panoramic viewpoints, each turn revealing a new perspective. Some trails follow old shepherd paths, connecting farms and pastures, while others lead to high ridges and rocky peaks. Cyclists also test themselves on these passes, and climbers ascend the rugged cliffs, drawn by the mountain's enduring challenge. As we climb further, the sky opens wide above us, a vast expanse of blue stretching from horizon to horizon. Clouds are few today, allowing sunlight to spill freely across valleys and ridges. The light changes constantly, reflecting off rocks, trees, and snow patches, highlighting the scale and beauty of the high mountains. The clarity of the air and the vastness of the sky make this part of the journey especially breathtaking. The forest thins as we near the tree line, beyond which only hardy alpine plants survive. Above this point, the slopes are rocky and exposed, a landscape shaped by wind, snow, and ice. In summer, wildflowers bloom in patches, adding color to the rugged terrain. In winter, this area is blanketed in snow, transforming the mountains into a sparkling white wilderness. Even outside the ski season, snow can linger on high slopes, feeding streams and shaping the ecosystem. During winter, Piau Engaly becomes a playground for skiers, snowboarders, and snowshoers. The snow highlights every ridge and cliff, creating a dramatic contrast against the forested valleys. It is in this season that the mountains show their most extreme and awe-inspiring beauty. As we reach the high altitudes of Piau Engaly, the mountains of the Pyrenees stretch endlessly around us. Peaks rise above 2,000 meters, jagged, ancient, sculpted by glaciers over millennia. The air is crisp and pure, carrying the scent of pine and alpine meadows. From this vantage point, valleys unfold below, dotted with forests, streams, and rocky cliffs. Above the tree line, the slopes are rugged and expansive, and in winter, transformed into a blanket of snow. Here at Piau Engaly, the grandeur of the Pyrenees is truly revealed, a landscape both wild and breathtaking. In summer, Piau Engaly becomes a haven for outdoor adventure. Hikers explore trails that wind through forests and alpine meadows, leading to spectacular viewpoints. Cyclists and mountain bikers test themselves on the steep mountain passes, while climbers challenge the rocky peaks. Wildlife is abundant. Marmots sun themselves on rocks, chamois leap across cliffs, and golden eagles soar high above the valleys. Domestic herds in semi-freedom, cattle, sheep, and horses graze peacefully on alpine pastures, their bells ringing softly across the mountains. Summer at Piau Engaly is a perfect balance of human activity and the serene presence of nature. When winter comes to Piau Engaly, the landscape is transformed. Snow covers every slope, turning the mountains into a sparkling white playground. Skiers and snowboarders descend the resort's trails, from gentle beginner runs to challenging slopes for experts. Snowshoers and winter hikers explore quiet paths, while wildlife such as deer, foxes, and snow-adapted birds navigate the forests. Even in winter, the mountains maintain their rhythm, a balance of human adventure and nature's timeless presence. From summer to winter, Piau Engaly offers an experience of the High Pyrenees, a place of wonder and enduring beauty. As our journey through Piau Engaly comes to an end, we pause to take in the mountains one last time. From the soaring peaks to the quiet alpine meadows, from the wildlife that roams freely to the slopes that draw adventurers year-round, the High Pyrenees leave a lasting impression. Thank you for joining us on this journey, exploring the beauty, the traditions, and the enduring spirit of these mountains. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell to follow our series, as we continue to discover more hidden gems of the Pyrenees. Until next time, keep exploring, and let nature inspire your every adventure.